Hello, welcome to the Late Night Lounge here on Latte Firm. It is Friday, the 28th of November, and I'm so happy because, on a personal note, the busiest time of work has just come to an end. December is in sight, 2 weeks with my feet up on the table and then flying off to holiday for the Christmas celebrations. I cannot wait. Welcome to the show. I hope you are well. I hope you've had a good week. What a week it is for Arsenal fans, eh? North London derby delight on Sunday, Bayern Munich on Wednesday night at the Emirates, and we absolutely demolished them. And it's Chelsea, excuse me, boss, on Sunday. The Arsenal head to Stamford Bridge in a top-of-the-table clash. Who'd have thought, eh? Arsenal versus Chelsea. Welcome to the show. I hope you are all well. Get involved in the chat. If you are tuning in for the first time, please do, of course, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy the content, of course, keep the chat active and, of course, drop a like on the video. It is a massive help. We are going to start by going straight to the chat. Umair says, LOFK, Yem and Wayne and chat. This has been such an awesome week. It has indeed. What a week it has been. And I just don't want this feeling to end. I just want to just enjoy it. I want the season to end now, but I don't want this feeling to end. I don't think anyone is prepared for my snack check. I went a little bit early on the chat there. That is going to be gargantuan. We'll see what comes up shortly. Danny36525 rolls off the tongue, says, Havertz and Gyökeres might be ready for this Sunday. Ooh. And word is that Arsenal won 2-1 yesterday against Watford with Jesus scoring and assisting. Things are looking good. Yeah, Gabby Jesus, Hand of Arsenal has been out there posting a little photo of Gabby Jesus or a GIF. I'm getting excited. Jizzle McDizzle, welcome to the show. Hope you are well, my buddy. He says, evening all. What a week of football. Our beautiful football club has treated us to. Just as slags to be on Sunday. It's such a great term of endearment. I love that. SC6813 says, let's go, guys. He says, I vote for the ban check. I vote for ban the snack check, lads. No. Come on. No. Even follows up saying, what do you think? No, absolutely not. This is heritage and it's staying forever. High expectations are set for snack check time. You shall see what happens. No, I didn't buy Cadbury Whisper. You have to wait and see, Vigs. Happy Friday to you as well, DJ D10. Late Night Lounge, everyone. Good to see everyone in the chat. V Vlad's here as well. Good evening, Gooners. This week has been superb. A win on Sunday would be stupendous. I mean, imagine that. A hat-trick of wins against those three clubs. It would be absolutely awesome. Evening to Mohammed, evening to Dave, Patreon members, channel members, welcome to the show. Showrov's in the house as well. I have a feeling Chelsea will get a red card this weekend, says Danny. Interesting. We will preview the game today shortly as well. Karen's in the house. Welcome, Karen. Hope you've had a strong week, whatever it is that you choose to do. Ash is in the house just shouting, Vamos. That is a frequently used word in my household. My son races around the house shouting, Vamos, Vamos. And that's just the way that he is. Whole Milk says, evening all, getting ready for another generational weekend. And there's going to be some hate watching as well. There are some tasty fixtures coming up. A warm welcome to Licio, to Manny, to Shane, who is in the chat as well. Russell, good evening, gents. I'm still recovering from the sensational weekend, let alone the Bayern result. Yeah, I mean, we are on cloud 9 at the moment. Good evening to Tudor Madeline, who says, good evening, gents. Good to be on top. It is indeed. Grumpy Doctor is here. Hey, I can watch this live again. He says, hi, FK. Hello to you, my man. Hope you're well. She on side. Welcome, FK. Love to see you catching the live for the first time in a while. It's 1 a.m. here in Kenya. Happy to be here. It is delightful to have you join the stream from Kenya. Tremendous. Kimo, welcome. The compilation maker of all compilation makers. Check him out on socials. Finally able to catch a live show again. Looking forward to amazing buzz around everything Arsenal these days. Look, keep the chat active. Really appreciate everyone making the time to tune in to us on this Friday night, and a warm welcome to any new viewers as well. Let's bring in our panelists. First up, needs no introduction. It is Wayne Bele. Wayne, welcome to the show. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm glad it's the weekend. Happy that we've made it here. But yeah, what a week. What a mental week. And I keep on saying to myself that surely at some point it's got to end, right? Like, surely the bubble's gonna burst at some, but it just keeps going. It just keeps going. And then to top it off, I know that obviously we were lucky enough to be at the stadium on Wednesday, but to come out and to hear the hate watch that happened behind the scenes, Anfield getting destroyed by the Dutch, and not their board manager this time. To come out and see it was 4-1 was mental. And then obviously it was 1-1. I don't know if you looked at the scores at half time. It was Spurs, PSG was 1-1 as well. To come out and hear that they got themselves slapped silly as well. It's just, everything is beautiful right now, football-wise. It was just amazing.
It is indeed. And some of the finest players from some of the finest teams are moaning about how good Arsenal are. This is Umair reminding us. FK, I hear from the Emirates groundsman that they've had to work overtime draining the pitch after it was flooded from Joshua Kimmich's tears on Wednesday night. Here, of course, moaning that we take too many set pieces. We're not the strongest team that he's faced and that PSG are better. Donald says hello to Hand of Wayne. Trevor Bibbins is in the house as well. Great to see you, Karen and Katz. Also here. Wayne is the doomer, he says. Why is he the doomer?
No, because listen, it's I'm not used to being the best. We're the best team in Europe, FK. Can you believe that? I know we'll probably talk about it a bit more. The best team in Europe.
We're so good. Like, I mean, making content when you're on a good run of results is so much fun. But now making content is just, we turn up and we're just like, how good are we? Every single player is insane.
How do you want us to score? Do you want us to score from a corner? Because we could do that. Do you want us to score a hat trick with a player? Because we could do that. Do you want us to score bangers? We could do that. Do you want us to round your goalkeeper from 45 yards? We could do that as well. Like, yeah, this team has everything.
Honestly, it has everything. I don't want to wake up, man. This is just a sensational feeling. Let's bring in Yembele. Yembele, my man, welcome to the show. How the devil are you, man?
I'm good, mate. I think Wayne's taken over my niche, obviously, of dooming and everything.
No, you're predicting a Chelsea win this weekend, probably. So.
Actually, I'm not. But if I'm shocked, Wayne, that you want the good times to end. You want to keep this rolling. We got the capability.
Never.
And also, do you know what? I have to agree with you. The hate watch at the moment is something magical. I think obviously Leeds will not do us any favors this weekend for Man City because I just can't see Haaland not scoring a hat trick. But Liverpool have got some problems. When your captain is playing volleyball instead, that means you got problems already. And Canate, oh my God, Canate learn Spanish for a year, only for Real Madrid to say no, thank you.
Liverpool are a mess. 9 defeats in 12. Did you see the footage of Jamie Carragher sort of watching while he was having his dinner in the
stadium? Phoning up his mate.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just if he knew that he was being recorded because he was like, swearing.
They do know that
he's got to get out and this, that, and the other. Got to get him sacked. I mean, like, yeah, I thought that was really audacious, and I think they're all beginning to turn on Slot.
Do you know what was a bit nasty though, and I don't agree. Like that was funny, but what was a bit nasty was him going for Salah the way that he did. Like, why doesn't Salah come out and do interviews? Like, who cares? No one wants to hear from your players right now. Like, none of them should want to come out and do interviews. Like, Liverpool fans shouldn't want to hear from any of them until they fix up. But why pick on Salah like that? Like, it's just a bit nasty.
Curtis Jones interview was something different, though. Oh, you want to be a dog in the fight and all that? What the heck? What dog? What fight? Honestly, I couldn't understand most of it, but hey, I was dog and fight and battling. What the? I think they're losing it. I think the dressing room is well and truly lost for Slot.
It is. Yeah, your audio is coming in and out. I don't know, Wayne, if you're...
Can you hear me now?
That. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Okay. Right, chaps, let us reveal Snack Checks tonight. So, Yem, what have you got for us?
I have got something that we've had on the show before, and I've been pelted for it. So it's a chocolate eclair.
You brought it back again. Oh,
this time he's cut it in half. He's cut it in half. He's going to cover his mouth.
His mistakes.
That's what I'm going to do. Footballer style.
You're going to eat off camera like this.
Yeah, exactly. You boys know exactly what the score is because I am not taking pelters from. Who was it? Who did it? Was it Paddy or was it BB? I don't know. One of
Irish Wayne.
Irish Wayne. I am not having Irish Wayne do it again.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, we have a relentless group chat on X, and Irish Wayne, I know, is watching. He is a master of the most inappropriate photoshops, and he caught Yembele with an absolute big one. And I mean every word in that sentence.
any viewer listening, in any listener on Spotify or whatever podcast platform, you can imagine what was photoshopped instead of the chocolate eclair.
Honestly, some of our people in our group need to look at themselves.
Is it delicious, Yembele?
Oh yeah, actually, it's grown on me. It's grown on me quite a lot. I'm quite.
Oh, I bet it has.
Honestly, the childlike influence, you lot.
Oh, that's brilliant. The comedic timing is fantastic.
Oh mate, honestly, right. Tuna Madeline. Tonight's snack is a walnut roll. It looks like a cinema roll. It is so good. No, listen, these innuendos have to stop. Right.
Of
Dave.
course, says the one who made the innuendos.
Dave says snack check is a salted caramel brownie. That is solid. Grumpy Doctor's having, he's craving Biscoff since he saw a Bayern Munich player called Bischoff. Yeah, I know there he was. There was.
Did you see that Wally? Did you see Wally
Yeah.
put out a tweet before?
Yeah, he tricked me.
It was a
I fell for it as well. I was like, "Is that
Yeah,
Amari
you would,
Bischoff's
wouldn't
son?"
you? Mate,
He's like,
you with your
"Yeah, mate."
football, not with your ball knowledge, so-called ball
Oh,
knowledge.
dear. Honestly, snack check tonight. Cheddar jalapeno flavored corn puffs. It says Ram. That is very good. Butterscotch crunch border biscuits. Melissa, you've outdone yourself. I have a raspberry selection of border biscuits, which I'm going to eat raspberry and dark chocolate maybe over the weekend. But butterscotch, interesting. Wayne, what you got for us?
Well, I was worried about your warning, so I've just kept it simple. I've kept it classic, and I won't let the people down. Sainsbury's milk chocolate cookies.
Nah, you can't go wrong.
Got the last.
You cannot go wrong.
I've had a
got the last
bite.
Are they soft?
Yes, of course they are. They're moist. Lovely.
Very good. Very good. Are you dipping that into any sort of beverage?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I have a snack. Just a couple of shout outs here. Dark chocolate with raspberry, washed down with Vimto. Avocado toast over here, stateside. Flan with chocolate cake. Oh, that's a good shout. I love butterscotch, says Karen and Katz. Plain boring chocolate ice cream. Can't go wrong. Lovely cup of Lemsip. Yes, I am also on the Lemsip. I feel a little bit run down this week. Got to get my fitness test ready for Sunday to go to the bridge with Wally. Ash says M&S chocolate peppermint festive cookies. Ooh, not a fan of peppermint usually, but these are elite. Well, I have, M. Dot says veg samosa with mint chutney. I have a hot cross bun with sausage and ketchup inside.
Who told you to do that on a show recently? Was it didn't somebody suggest it to you?
Hot cross bun. Whoops, can you see it?
Up a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want ketchup to go all over my keyboard. Inside, sausage and ketchup, as you can see.
What kind of sausage?
Like the Frankfurter sausages.
Of course, yeah, you're interested in what kind of sausage.
Oh, Wayne. Grow up.
So, yeah, Melissa's fallen off a chair. So yeah, I have a.
Well, I thought you'd go with the tuna. I thought you'd go with the tuna and that tuna weird sandwich that someone put up
and
with
ketchup.
a couple of.
And you know what? I can't believe no one's clocked it. You two have no idea why I'm doing this, do you?
The chat has just. I knew I heard it somewhere. Saka, of course.
Yeah, mate.
Course.
This was the clue. This was the clue. And congratulations to our son. He finally got engaged. What a proud moment. Look at us, dads. Hey, we're all Saka's dad. Oh,
I bet did he tell his family first or did he tell Mikel first? I wonder if he told
probably Mikel. Yeah.
No, Mikel told him.
I can imagine Mikel going,
told him.
My idea. It was my idea. Look, the Saka meal. It is. And listen, I am nervous about how this is going to taste because I don't like hot cross buns. I do like, obviously, frankfurters and sausages, and ketchup is great.
I bet you do.
Mate, says he. Right, you ready? This is what Bukayo Saka apparently had for breakfast most days as a kid. So let's do this. Right, this was on the BBC interview with Bukayo Saka. Ooh.
Anything for a few views.
The sultanas and the raisins, man. You know me, I'm not keen on that, but all right, let's go.
I know, God.
Mate, it just works. That's the wildest stuff I've ever had in my life.
For God's sakes.
Oh my God. Everything about this is not supposed to work. Everything. Hot cross buns, sultanas, sausage, ketchup. Nah. No.
I guess it's balanced, isn't it? It balances out, doesn't it?
Mate,
Is it so? Bukayo Saka's going to come out with a new line of food items, isn't it?
Oh my God. It's really good.
He should have it on the menu as his wedding meal.
Now, someone's going to tell me that Saka pranked us all by announcing that on BBC. because there's mugs like me that are going to try it, but it's actually really delicious. I would, wow. I would
Rating out of
recommend
10.
that.
Rating out of 10. Rating out of 10.
I mean, it's not Michelin star, 10 out of 10, but I mean, it's more than edible. It's tasty. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10 snack. My son's going to have this for breakfast every morning now because he wants to be the next Bukayo Saka. But that's actually
because
really
that's what developed his left foot.
Mr. and Mrs. Saka. Tremendous. I like it. Right. Let's move away from the Snapchat. That has got me. That has got me. SC says, this show is encouraging bad habits. It's almost 12 a.m. here. Now I'm hungry. Mate, if it worked for Bukayo Saka, let's be honest. Michelin. Manny says, Starboy to Michelin starred food. I use burger buns instead of hot cross buns. I mean, that would be the regular thing to do, Mohammed, but I'm sure he said hot cross buns. It was picked up by the interviewer who was looking as perplexed as we would be, and he confirmed it. And it was very good. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody, of course. Those of you who celebrate out in the US, I know it's not good for the cholesterol. Let's stop before I go too crazy. Why are you tuning into the mic, man?
ASMR, baby.
ASMR, come on, man. Are you new around here, Tane? Tane. I don't know why StreamYard has done this with the usernames. But anyway, let's get on to the football. That's what you're here for. That snatch check is not bad. Not at all bad, right? What have you seen, Yim? What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. I'm also keeping up with the Bears score on the NFL. Touchdown, Bears!
Honestly.
Sorry. No.
Just can't get the staff these days. Honestly. Right. Let's bring up the slides. What a week it has been for Arsenal. Look at that, boys and girls. Arsenal 4, Spurs 1. Arsenal 3, Bayern 1. And of course, the big one, Chelsea versus Arsenal on Sunday. Let's start with you, Yem. What a week. And the headline there is this a season-defining week for Arsenal?
I wouldn't say season-defining. I think it's a massive test because you're talking about 3 very good teams. Well, no, I should take that back. 2 very good teams and 1 terrible team, obviously, because if you look at Spurs, they're awful at the moment. But it's a big test in that they are derby rivals, and the North London derby usually shouldn't be what happened at the weekend, which is Spurs rolling over, particularly, and us being too good for them. But Bayern Munich and Chelsea, definitely a test. And Bayern Munich, we've already come through, was a massive test. It was, the 2 juggernauts within Europe, supposedly at the moment, 2 teams who are not beaten in the Champions League, going up against each other. And it was a great test. And this weekend is no different. You're going up against Chelsea, second in the table. Surprising, very surprising, actually, that Chelsea are second in the table. I mean, I'm not surprised given the amount they've spent, but it's the way they've come up. They weren't really thought of, and it's just been they've crept up. But I don't think it's season defining. What's going to define the season is come, the second half of the year when we get to March, April, May. That's when I feel you can define, that's when it's season defining. I think this is just another step. You're talking about the first 6 games of the season were another test. This is another test. It's just a series of tests for us because every week now, and as both of you well know, we're called, this, that, we're one of the best teams ever, yada, yada, yada. Now we have to prove it. Every week is just proving ourselves. So I think this team is just going to keep rolling, and I'm looking forward to this week. It's a test within the game, but it's one that I welcome because I think this team is just so good at the moment. You look at how people thought Bayern would be a real test for us. Second half, it definitely wasn't.
It wasn't. It was mesmerising football, and we played them off the park. Wayne, I mean, I guess, look, nothing is won ever in November, but you can fall behind, way behind, and not sort of catch up. But everyone after that international break was looking at the Tottenham fixture and was looking at the Chelsea fixture and thought, oh, wait until they meet Bayern. But we have brushed aside both these 2 teams. And I take what Yem said on board. The North London derby, Spurs have been poor. They were poor on the day, but form goes out the window. You know that better than anyone. The derby is a massive fixture, and it's important that we got through it. And we've got through these 2 games. We've brushed these 2 teams aside.
We have done, but that's kind of been the story of our season so far, in terms of overcoming the obstacles that everyone's been looking at, ourselves included, and saying that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. It started on the first day of the season. We went to Old Trafford. No one wanted to go to Old Trafford first day of the season. I don't like us going to Old Trafford in April. when there's nothing to play for, because that stadium just seems to bring out some of the worst football in us, even though we're a brilliant side. We then looked at Anfield, and that was at the time season defining because they beat us and they went 5 points clear. Like no one knew what was then going to happen. Like everyone keeps on pinning this season defining label on big things. We then had the week of Newcastle, Man City. We had Atletico, which at the time was, this is your biggest test yet. Can you beat Atletico? You've never come up against a side as defensively solid against them, and we brush them aside as well. So every time we do this and every time we get over those hurdles, I'm no longer surprised by it, because like that says on the right hand side, the mentality is different this year and they're going about it in a completely different way. All of the sort of commentators and interviewers are asking these players, you're thinking about the title, you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. And I think previously our players have maybe been sucked into getting drawn into that conversation. Like, yeah, of course we want the title. Now they're just like, look, whoever we're up against next is a good side. We're going at it game by game. And I think the fan base has taken that on as well, because we're going at it game by game. We're not thinking about Liverpool in January. We're not thinking about the trip to the Etihad whenever it is. We're looking up at Chelsea, and once that's done, we're looking at Brentford. And while we're in this form, let's just keep taking advantage of it, because we're at the moment the only team in the league showing a level of consistency, and that's what you need to win the league. And last year we didn't even have that because of all of our injuries, because of the red card issues, and Liverpool kind of ran away with it. I don't want there to be a title race because I want us to run away with it. I want the conversation to be done by March, and playing football the way we are at the minute, like I can see that being a real possibility.
Indeed. Ash has just reminded us this time last year, Liverpool were favourites to win the Champions League and the Premier League, and at the same time, PSG were nowhere to be seen. And Kvaratskhelia was playing at Napoli. A long way to go with that January window, of course, just around the corner. Jizzle McDizzle saying it's also refreshing to see us do well in November, which is normally, it's our nemesis, isn't it? It's the 1 month of the season that we really struggle historically, but we've managed to get through it. And how? Just on that comment there, Wayne, Declan Rice talking to CBS Sports, he was asked about the mentality, and Thierry Henry was saying there's something different about this squad. Last year, he wanted us to win it and thought we would win it because he was a supporter. This year, everything about Arsenal and the football sort of sense in him tells him that we are ready. And Declan Rice said, look, the mentality, I think it's the pain of being hurt from last season. The boys are taking every game seriously. We desperately want to do it. But is it just down to mentality? I mean, obviously, we've added a lot of new players. It could be down to Mikel Arteta sort of maturing as a coach. We've got to remember it's still his first job, 5 years into his trade, 6 years into his trade. What do you put it down to?
I think it is a lot of mentality. I think now is maybe the first time that the full squad truly believe that they're at the level that they belong at. Like, obviously, before now, we've kind of been punching upwards a little bit. For the past sort of 3-4 years. Last year, we should have been at this level, but then we got hit with the red cards, we got hit with the injuries, and it all kind of nosedived after that. Now we've seen this squad, this manager, this group, these players, for the most part, get to a Champions League semi-final, batter Real Madrid. Any team that batters Real Madrid, you're going to go into another season and games mentally different because of the heritage that is Real Madrid in the Champions League. You went and destroyed them over 2 legs that no one, even Arsenal fans, didn't think we were going to do at the capacity that we did. So I think it's a mixture of the quality. The mentality. I think the quality plays a big part as well. The squad depth plays a huge part because you've now got 2 players almost in every single position that are willing and able to come in, and we don't have a huge drop off in quality anymore. And I think the big thing for me is the experience factor. And I don't mean experience in terms of the age, but the experience of we've been to a Champions League semi-final. We've been in title races now, obviously not last year, but before that, 2 years in a row. We've been through trenches of injuries. So Arteta's now got the experience of how to manage that a little bit better. We've got a bigger squad than ever, so the experience of managing sort of the dressing room, managing those minutes and rotating the way that we have. And then just the experience of overcoming difficult situations within the games, because I think Bayern Munich in that first half were really good. They didn't create anything of note, but they moved us all over the place. Like, it was really tough to watch as an Arsenal fan because no one has done that to us this season. Like, Bayern was so good tactically in that first half. Second half, that was honestly for me, and you guys have been going sort of to games longer than I have. That was the best I've ever seen Arsenal play in a half ever. That performance in the second half was top quality, and it just answered every sort of question that Bayern had for us in the first half, and it was amazing to watch. And I think that going through sort of those Newcastle games earlier in the season, the Real Madrid games last year, the Champions League phase last year, we've got the experience of how to navigate tough waters if and when they come.
You're absolutely right. I do think the experience comes into it. You know, the experience of being hurt and coming close. Maybe not last year, but the year before. But I think even last year, I know Liverpool won it at a canter in the end. But I think deep down, all the players and the coaching staff know that the squad just wasn't strong enough. And to lose your star boy before Christmas, to lose Gabby Jesus and Kai Havertz shortly after the new year, there was no sort of coming back from that. And even though Mikel Merino is outstanding, and we'll talk about Merino and Trossard as our sort of unsung heroes later, Wayne, at your request, but you know, as good as he was, we just fell short. And this year it feels different because we are stacked. And I think Sam said it earlier, even if we go behind, I'm convinced we got the solutions. If we miss players, they just come in and they play. We just tick along. There's no fuss. There's no crying. There's no sort of upset nature. Chan is in the house. Lower North Bank. His photography on a match day. If you haven't seen the photographs already, Arsenal.com tweeted it. The firework photo above the stadium roof. That is courtesy of this genius. Do give Lower North Bank a follow on socials. Amazing photography. Whole milk. A great shout, Wayne, to you. Welcome, Chan. Welcome, everybody. Melissa saying facts to Wayne. Melissa, it was a pleasure to meet you at the North London Derby. And thank you for supporting the channel via Patreon as well. It's a great pleasure to have you as part of the community. While Wayne was talking, I brought up the two tables. We are top of the leagues. It's nice place to be. And, you know, whenever I think about this, I sort of think of that Ralph Hasenhüttl sort of celebration where he's like, yeah, and then he sort of runs back and going, oh. I mean, it's amazing what we're doing. And to think that, you know, to think that we're this good is just phenomenal. And, you know, I had Art de Rocher on the channel last night, and the question put to him was, do you buy all the media narrative that Arsenal are the best in Europe? And my question to you, Yem, is slightly different. On the one hand, you're going to have all the media narrative saying, oh, it's Arsenal's to lose now. They are the best team in Europe, and the pressure cranks up. On the other side of the fence, you've got people like us who watch this team week in, week out, and we know deep down that we've not really. I know Wayne just said it was the second best half of football. It was the best half of football that he's ever seen as an Arsenal fan. But I think that's probably one game. Like if you look over the sort of first 11, 12 games of the league, I know we can do better. And we've got big players to come back, not least Gabby Magalhaes and the skipper, but of course, any of our centre forwards. I mean, I don't even think we're cooking, mate. I think we're not even in like third or fourth gear. How do you sort of see it, Yem?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I don't think we've hit top form yet. I think we're still quite disjointed in how we play. I think we're much more rhythmical, but I don't think we're attacking with any of the verve that we've seen before from some Arsenal teams. Granted, it's a different setup and a different way of going about things because teams just deep block us now. It's not the same as, you know, when a couple of years ago where it was a bit more free flowing, but there is a lot more to come from this team. Don't forget, we've been disrupted by injuries pretty much from the get-go. First game, Havertz out. Every game we've had an injury. So have we actually had the full squad? No. So I don't think Mikel's actually been ever able to pick his true first 11 that he wanted. So that's something to see, that what his actual true vision is. But obviously we are still, and this was actually true last year as well. We still managed to win games without being amazing, as you just said. We do that very well. We did it last year when we had so many injuries. We did it in the Champions League and the Premier League. This year, we've got a deeper squad, so we're able to rotate and replace those injured players a little bit better and still maintain quality. I think that's taken us through to where we are, which is obviously top of both leagues. Now, again, to your point, Faisal, being top now is really nice. I never thought we'd actually see this kind of thing where we were top of the league and the Champions League at the same time. It's something new for all Arsenal fans. Yes, we know that the trajectory's been there, but it still blows my mind that we are alone at the top. It's not about goal difference or anything like that. We are there purely on our own in the Champions League and the Premier League. But nothing is won right now. Really nice, really happy that we're so good at the moment. But the league phase is the league phase. Last year, PSG were way down at the bottom and won the whole thing. It means nothing. It's great that if we go through, then we'll get favourable home draws. That's about it. It doesn't really mean that much. We could qualify in 8th and still have the same kind of, route to the final. And the Premier League is so competitive now that you can never guarantee anything. There's a lot of factors. We talked about this so many podcasts. You've got the fact that, luck is a big slice of things. Injury-free. Can you stay injury-free? Even with our squad, look how decimated we've become with injuries. We were down to the bare bones before Martinelli and Madueke made their returns in the Champions League. We were still down, we're almost back to what we were last season. So nothing is given now. It's great. I think we're all enjoying the ride that we're on. But this media narrative is what we always know, that there's a feed here because what they want is to bring you up to really bring you down when something goes wrong. And if we lose at Chelsea, for example, you can bet that the guns will be out. They'll be pointed firmly at, so they say, "Well, you're not as good as you think you are. It's the downturn." We've seen it before, and we'll see it again. It's just how the media world works.
I want to come back to this message here from Hayazakai. I know, obviously, look, it doesn't mean anything that you're sort of top, and that's not what we're celebrating. We're not celebrating anything. I think to your point, though, Yem, it is important to recognize the journey that you're on and to improve the moments as they come. Like, 5 years ago, we finished the league the league campaign, and I'll tell you, in season 19-20, yeah? So just 5 years ago. Where do you think we finished in the league, chaps?
8th, weren't we?
We finished 8th that year, didn't we?
19th, we finished 8th. And we finished behind Leicester, Tottenham, Wolves, and we finished just above Sheffield United. Like, when you've been through those dark days, those dark sort of moments and years in your time, like, to be at this level of the Premier League and to be competing for the Premier League title and to be sustaining it, 3 second place sort of finishes in a row, you have to enjoy it. Like, you have to, I guess, sort of embrace what we have and cherish these moments, because we might not win the title this season, even though we're unbelievable at the moment and top of the leagues, as I've just sort of said on the slide. But like, lots of things can come into account, right? Injuries and suspensions and form, and so many different things can happen, and you might miss it by the finest of margins, a point, goal difference, 2 points, whatever. But like, no one can tell me that that I can't enjoy smashing the scum 4-1, beating Bayern Munich 3-1. I'm going into Stamford Bridge on Sunday with my chest out and flipping ready for this, thinking, right, we're going to go there, we're going to take them out for a training session and walk our dogs in the park, and then come back with the 3 points and just keep going. Like, I want to be able to enjoy these moments, and I think you have to cherish that. Melissa says, so much more to come. Imagine when we have a fully fit squad. Rofikov says, you start to realize just how important you are, perceived in the league and around Europe. I think so. You're absolutely right. Adzadzi says, we have to be playing well in March. We've got to be playing well in April and May, mate, to be honest. Got to be playing well all the way through. There's just no room for error. Umair says, but FK, we should celebrate everything. Every tackle, block, dribble, goal, assist. Why would we not? Yeah, I mean, look, we just get behind the team and you just enjoy every moment. Manny says, FK, you're giving hope to those who finished 17th last year. No, we're not. Come on. No, we're not. What else? FK has taken the baton from Wayne as the doomer. We are winning comfortably. Chill. Phoenix has been on a mad one last couple of shows. Like, we are winning this league at a canter. It'll be sorted out by April. I love the optimism. Talky Talk, says J Dime. Welcome, my man. And Hi as a Kite says, very true. Enjoy it while it lasts. Was thinking about this just the other day. Not often that we have a team like this. I mean, that's my point, man. I wasn't hanging you out to dry. You know my style. I'd never do that to anybody. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. And ultimately, trophies are the biggest currency of the game. We want to win the biggest honors, and we've been craving this league title for 20 years. But you've got to enjoy it as we go along. So there we are, first in the Premier League, first in the Champions League group phase. As you can see, sat above the current holders, PSG, FC, Bayern have moved down to third. Inter Milan climbing into fourth. The English clubs not doing so well. So Chelsea are opposition on Sunday. They're in 7th. Manchester City in 9th. Newcastle United in 11th. Very, very interesting indeed. Let's move on. Let's talk about Declan Rice. Mikel Arteta today in his press conference was asked about the Ballon d'Or. And his answer was perfect PR. If I would love him to win it, because that would mean that we've won lots of trophies. Obviously, the Salon d'Or, because I absolutely fucking love Declan Rice's hair. If I could have hair, it would be that bouffant of hair that he has on his head. Absolutely tremendous. But Wayne, your thoughts on Declan Rice? Because I said a couple of days ago, and even last night with Art de Roche, I think Declan Rice has entered the chat about Patrick Vieira's successor, finally. We've seen a lot of players come and go over the years. Players dubbed as, the next Vieira, he's going to be the one. This guy is as close as it gets. Wayne, tell me about Declan Rice.
He's just phenomenal, and he's gone up another level this year. I think we joke and chant in the stadium about him being half price. Like, even that's probably too small a number at this stage, the way that he's playing and the level that he's playing at. And it's amazing to see him play at this level with a slight tweak in the way that he's being asked to play this season. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans were calling for it for the last couple of years, but in Zubimendi, or Super Mendy, as the commentator apparently liked to call him during the game the other day, he's found a partner that can allow him to do what he does and allow him to play how he plays and to be this guy, to be this Declan Rice. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And he's just playing out of this world. And anytime he goes in for a tackle, sometimes we've had midfielders, defenders go in for tackle. Your favorite player of all time, Granit Xhaka. He goes in for a challenge and you think, there's a red card coming here. Like, there's no doubt about it. He's going to mistime it and it's just going to be game over. Or in the box, somebody slides in and you think, yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Everything Declan Rice does on the pitch, you have no doubt about it. If he's going in for a challenge, he's winning the ball. If he's going shoulder to shoulder, he's coming away with it. If he's doing a diagonal pass, it's reaching Saka. Like, everything about him this year is so intentional. And then he's got that Vieira about him where he can pick it up from our 18-yard box and, like he done against Bayern Munich, dribble all the way. It's not even dribble. He's just running. Like, he's kicking and running. It's not graceful. It's not beautiful. He's just a stallion. He's a horse in open field. And yeah, it's incredible to see how good he has become. And I think all of us knew at West Ham how good he was anyway. I knew he would get better with us around better players. I don't know if I thought he would ever get to this level, which, in my opinion, right now, he's the best midfielder in world football. Like, he's just phenomenal.
Well, just keeping the mic on you for a second, Wayne. If we were to say that this is the best that you have seen Declan Rice, could I be bold and suggest that he's got even another level to climb? Like, if 10 was the maximum, where do you think he is? Do you think he's at 10? Do you think he's at 9? Is there another level that Declan Rice can deliver?
Well, listen, there's probably another level that he could go to. I think his consistency probably at least put him at a 9. But when you see him in big games, he goes up another level again. And I'm expecting him to do the same against Chelsea. Like, he always sort of shines brightest when it's the brightest of lights. I think one thing for him to be a 10 in my mind is take some more games off, because there are times where you're kind of scared that he's playing 90 minutes 4 times in a week or whatever it is, and he's probably playing that way in training as well. Like, take a bit of a breather, Declan. Like, we need you in April. We need you in May as much as we need you now. But why would he want to stop playing football when you're playing this well? When you've got that level of confidence and belief in yourself and you're playing as well as you are, yeah, he's going to want to play every single minute. He's going to want to play 90 minutes all the time and continue doing that. But yeah, the way he probably goes up another level, and we've seen it with players in the past, I think once you see him lift that Premier League trophy, like, it will probably go above that 10 level. That's where you'll see him talking in conversations with sort of some of the legends.
Indy Barge, welcome to the show, my man. Hope you had a good week. Great to see you in the chat. Says, I said at the time of the signing that Declan Rice would be a dynasty signing. Every single game he plays, I'm convinced more and more this is the case and will be seen as such in future. If you had butchered the timings of these shows, good news, welcome to the show. Do set your notifications, or you can watch it back on demand. And if you're watching, not watching, if you're listening on Apple and Spotify and all that sort of stuff, do subscribe, leave a rating. That would be much appreciated. And Vive Vlad, yeah, I don't appreciate this either. Xhaka is catching strays. Let's move Wayne away so I don't have to see his face. Yembele, if I said to you there was one or two things that Declan Rice could do to improve his game, what would you like to see him do more of, or perhaps less of, to get to that one level up?
I think it's something that will come naturally, because obviously his game is starting to improve to a level where I think it will come inevitably, which is more goals. I think he's still got another level where he will get more goals. He should have had a goal in the North London derby. I think that first Eze ball over the top, he should have had that, and he should have scored.
Goal that would have been. Could you imagine the atmosphere?
Yeah, and he's got that capability. He's got the capability to strike a ball really well. We know it from free kicks, but also just from open play as well. I think that's probably where he still is not realizing his full potential, because he's got a massive hammer of a shot on him. He can do it from different angles, from long range, etc. I think that's the only facet. I think as well, again, to your point, just a little bit, in that he overexerts himself sometimes in a lot of games. He gives everything. There's 100%. That's great. But you do, if you're going to be that true, give that at every level, I think that's going to be very difficult, because he's playing at the top level. And he said his fitness is at the best he's ever been. But maybe that's for Arteta and for him to manage that piece, because we have got the capability to rotate him out, not for someone truly like him, but we'll get him, as Wayne said, if you give him a few more games to just energize himself, when it comes to that period, March, April, May, where we truly need him to deliver big moments, that's where I think he'll do that. Because I also think as well, he's a little bit too dedicated to England, for example, all of this. He's there every game he's there. And it's something very admirable. But being selfish as an Arsenal fan, I want to save him and his energy for those games like the Chelseas, the big ones, to showcase what he can do. But that will never happen. It's just me saying that as a, to nitpick. He's pretty much got everything, and his level keeps going up. I will say as well, I think with Zubimendi being there, I think his first touch will start getting a little bit better. He seems to be starting to get a better first touch. Before, it was kind of almost, he was struggling to position himself correctly to make that next pass. I think he's got a lot better at it now. I think his close ball control is a lot better as well. I think he's really elevating his game, because a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, I saw Declan as a 6 and that was it," but he's changing minds, and he's doing it to us as well. And I think not only through free kicks, dead balls, etc., but I think his general overall midfield play is getting a lot better. It's not going to be Zubimendi level in terms of passing and moving, but he's not far off either, because he receives the ball under pressure really well, and I think he's becoming that kind of all-around perfect midfielder that we've been looking for. Patrick Vieira, we keep eschewing, as you said, he did everything, and I think Declan is pretty much there already. We're just nitpicking now, aren't we?
We are. But here's something for you, and it's not just about goals for me. I think I love the way that he's evolved his sort of, playing position. Started off as obviously a centre-back, and then played central midfield, has been that sort of holder for West Ham, has played the 6 role for us, and now he's that sort of box-to-box 8, and he's phenomenal. And he can add goals and assists to his game. And I think someone mentioned just a few moments ago, Umair says Declan Rice has already got 8 goals and assists this season already, and we're not even sort of halfway through. For me, and I've mentioned this before on this channel, I'd like to see Declan Rice develop a bit of an edge about him. And what I mean by that is he's obviously smiley and happy in interviews, and that's fine. He's obviously smiley and happy, on camera, away from football, and that's wonderful. Great to see. But sometimes he's a little bit happy and smiley too much on the pitch, and I want him to be that Rodri bastard. Like, I'm here to just fuck shit up, and I'm here to beat you all up, and you're not going to get any joy out of me. Like, I want him. I guess I want him to be really street smart and just tough as nuts, and like be almost emotionless. Like, I just want him to be like, do you know what I mean? Like, I want him to be a killer. I want him to be.
Did you not hear what he said at the North London derby?
Oh, exactly. That's what I mean. But we talked about this like a year ago, 2 years ago, and we were like, he's the nice guy. He stepped up from West Ham to Arsenal. He's living his life. And exactly that moment, yeah, you've nailed it. That sort of comment is what I've been craving. And I just want that badass nature, that monster killer like attitude. I'm going to kill and eat everything that I faced this season.
Just following on from that, against Bayern Munich, do you remember when he went on that mazy dribble and lost the ball and came straight back and went for the tackle? That's another moment where I thought, yeah, you got that killer instinct.
And then the barge against Pedro Porro came into it and he was not having any of it. And then Saliba gets in, but I get giddy about stuff like that. I love shit like that. But yeah, Kimo's saying,
"Did you see him?" You're just a thug at heart, aren't you, Faisal?
Mate,
just a
I
thug.
love this shit. Come on.
What you're saying, FK, is you want him to get sent off. Because that's what would happen with us. It's us. Michael Oliver will be brandishing that red card.
The reason why, right? He's a fabulous player, and I think a lot of players will respect him because he's just such a good footballer, and he seems like such a nice boy. But I think he can probably go one level up to just, it's aura, isn't it? It's that word that we're going to use. Like, I want him to have that sort of presence in the tunnel, where the opposition team are looking at him thinking, I don't fancy it today. I just don't want to, I'd rather go home. Can I just be on the bench, gaffer type thing? I want him to have that sort of like, Declan Rice is going to eat me up today. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a small thing, fine margins and all that sort of stuff. But I just want him to develop that edge, that killer edge, that sort of, and, people are talking about the armband and how it suited him. And I love that sliding tackle on Harry Kane and how he got up and was like rallying the fans. Mate, that gif, I've probably watched it about 5,000 times. It's fabulous. But that's just it. This is a great point. I love that we're running out of things to complain about. So now we can complain about Rice being too smiley. I mean, look, you know what I mean, right? We're nitpicking in the finest sense, but look, it's just conversation, right? You know what I'm talking about. Right, let's move away from big deckers and let's talk about the unsung heroes. Wayne, you wanted to talk about these two. The mic is yours. Tell us.
Well, it's not only these two. I think there's unsung heroes all throughout the club, but these two obviously stand out the most this season in particular. And obviously, a lot of our theme earlier is celebrating. Like, celebrate the moments, live in the moments. But I think we three on this panel, other guys that come on this show, other Arsenal fans all over the place, we're very creatures of habit, and we're quick to, I'm thinking about the conversation that we had before the North London derby. We were quick to be like, we don't want Marino up front. I could think of worse things than Marino. I can't think of much worse than Marino being up front. You and your Trossard example, like, going back just to the start of the season, I don't want Trossard starting on the left. He doesn't do anything. Trossard's probably been our best attacker this season, and I don't even think it's particularly close. Marino comes in, he's playing in a position that he is not. He is not a striker, but he is arguably now in conversations as better than any striker that we've got at the moment. And yeah, these players are not going to be loved like the Sakas of the world, the Erdegaards, the Declan Rices or whatever, and there'll probably still become a time where we, as a fan base, are like, I don't really want Marino playing that game. I don't really want Trossard playing that game. But the fact that they have come in, not only this season, because both of these two in particular are examples of doing it since the day they really came in. Trossard, there's a stat that I'm going to try and call up because I was flabbergasted about it. Like, I was absolutely surprised by it. And when I then think about it, I don't know why I was surprised by it, because really and truly, it kind of makes sense. And when it comes down to comparing his stats to Freddie Ljungberg, a player we all love. Freddie Ljungberg, and no doubt, is a legend of the club. Trossard outdoes him in goals and assists in less games. Freddie Ljungberg, somebody that is adored by everyone. And no one, even if you think back to the Invincibles, no one would say a bad word against Freddie at all. Even if he's not scoring, even if he's not assisting. But I just think that with guys like Trossard, with guys like Marino, with guys like, even to an extent, Mosquera, a kid that has come from Spain, 13 million, and has just come in and doesn't make us lose any quality when arguably one of the two best centre-backs in world football. are out injured. He replaced Saliba, he replaced Gabriel, and it's been fantastic. I think that we need to do more of living in the moment and crediting not only these guys, but anyone that does well, and not necessarily thinking about the bad games that they had 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, and realizing what they do that contributes more. And from my perspective, that includes Arteta. Like, we've had conversations about Arteta many a times. This season, he has done absolutely everything that anyone has questioned of him. Do you know how to rotate? Yes, he absolutely does this season. Do you know how to build a squad? Yes, he absolutely does. Do you know how to push through and then attack? This season, he absolutely does. And of course, these guys need to win medals to be in proper conversations, and they need to get it over the line. That's the next step for them. But in real time, they deserve all of their flowers and they deserve all of their credit, because I don't feel as though we as fans appreciate them enough, because they're not the Rices, the Sakas, the Erdegaard of this club.
You still Arteta out?
Ask me at the end of the season.
You can't have it both ways, man. He is the
No, right now, listen, right now,
he's
doing...
right now. Don't turn into a fair weather. You're either back him or you don't.
No, of course I back him. He's been phenomenal this year.
Good. Look, there's nothing much more than that I can add. I think Dave sort of summed up Mourinho. Last year, he was being deployed as just a finisher. Now he is a finisher and a facilitator. What he has done in the last 4 or 5 appearances alone, dropping deep and just being that connector, that sort of target man, the sort of guy who disrupts and drags defenders away and makes space for our wide players. He's putting in a shift, and it's just going so appreciated by all the fans and the club. And Leo Trossard, I mean, like you say, Wayne, what can I say? He's unbelievable this season. Like, my biggest criticism of him always was that when he doesn't score an assist, he's often a passenger in the game. But now he's, again, a bit like Mourinho, facilitating, joining the dots, dropping deep, tucking into midfield, allows Calafiori to go outside, then goes out when Calafiori wants to go inside. His finishing is on point. He is scoring goals regularly. His goal and assists record 101 goal or assist every 106 minutes or something ridiculous. It's absurd. And, the pay rise that he got in the summer, I was like, what the hell are we doing? And I mean, the delivery that the output he's delivering for this club, phenomenal. Lots of people talking about his injury. I believe Mikel Arteta talked about it today in his press conference, which we'll come on to shortly. But it doesn't look like a serious one, which is very, very good news. Classic Dan Smith says the only thing separating these players from legend status, if in my inner Chris Eubank, is the silverware. We shall see. Controversially, says 433, we are better in attack with Mourinho up top. Come on. We haven't seen Havertz in this team. We haven't seen Gabby Jesus back, and Gabby Jesus has got the bit between his teeth again. And we have obviously not seen the best of Victor Gyökeres, but Mourinho is doing a fine job. I am not going to disagree. Good news says I'm so glad they're both getting their flowers. Well said, Wayne. Yeah. Any unsung heroes for you, or is it just these two that you want to focus on?
No, I think you mentioned Christian Mosquera, who I will use the list for, because that I think he's done amazingly well since he came in. Not so much an unsung hero, but one we don't always talk. I think we do kind of talk about all the time. But Ricardo Calafiori, I think, has just quietly been just so good. I mean, the difference he made when he came on against Bayern Munich, MLS. I don't think he had his greatest game, but he was rusty as anything. Any fan who said, "Oh, MLS is not the level," jog on. Rustiness against Michael Olise will cause you anything. But when Calafiori came on, the quality was there. He's taken his game up to another level. I think there's so many unsung heroes who are doing a job. And I agree with Wayne. Both of these players have been phenomenal for different reasons.
Martinelli, another one.
Exactly.
Someone that everyone was willing to listen to offers for within the fan base. We need a new left wing. We need to replace him. He's our top goal scorer in the Champions League. He's doing damage off the bench, something that we haven't really had consistently for the past couple of seasons. And you know what you're going to get with him whether we've got the lead, whether we're drawing, whether we're behind. Martinelli's been coming off the bench and he's been changing games for us. So he's another one.
Rob is mortified. I've just got here late. What was FK Snack Check? Mate, you're going to have to watch it because it was quite the shocker. And it was good. Dan says Timber. I mean, Timber is the jury and the truth Timber.
I think we've recognized that he's probably the player of the season at the moment. He's just unreal. It's the biggest
Player
problem
of the
is
season, Yem, for you.
Yeah, I think so at the moment. I think consistency wise, do you know what?
He was my player of the season last year, by the way. And that's
do you know what?
video many times.
Do you know what's scaring me is that because he's so good, you cannot drop him, but we need to give him a rest. He's every game, he walks off like he's just been through the wars. It's like kind of like Saka, but he's just so good. You can't ignore him in any game. And his connection with Saka now is probably better than the Ben White one, I think, just because look, we love Ben White, but Jurrien Timber is a different level. We can all be honest about that. We love Ben White, and we hope that he'll get more game time because he's such a good player. But Jurrien Timber is something I've not seen for a long time. The best right back in the league.
Well, hold that thought, because if we have time, we might do a crazy little funky game where I ask you to pick your 11s, but a very sort of twisted game. Let's move away from the unsung heroes and let's look ahead to the Barclays weekend that lies ahead this weekend after the Champions League fixtures. You can see that Arsenal will resume business top of the Premier League, 6 points clear of our opposition on Sunday. So Arsenal-Chelsea, a top 2 clash in match week 13.
Where's the 12:30 kickoff?
The game's gone.
I asked that question.
Gone.
I know, it makes no sense. Why are you starting my football late?
Do you know what? I actually don't mind it because my parents are flying off on holiday tomorrow and we've got to be at their house until about 1ish, and then I get home.
The world don't stop for you, FK. The world does not stop for you.
I mean, it's a great...
Yeah, hold on. What do you mean? You go to your parents' house? You'd go to your parents' house. You'd go to your parents' house and watch this football anyway. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but now I've got to go and say bye to them and do the whole suitcase thing to the taxi.
You do that. You just be like this
anyway. I want to be watching the games on the sofa, mate. Do you know what?
You're doing that anyways.
I can't wait for it. So look, those are the fixtures on Saturday. Brentford at home to Burnley. Manchester City host Leeds. I can't see anything but a City romping there. Sunderland at home to Bournemouth. Everton, who of course won away at Old Trafford so comically on Monday night, are hosting Newcastle. I can't believe that red card, and I don't want to talk about that too much, but the geezer also got a 3-game ban.
It's violent conduct.
It is violent conduct.
It's violent conduct.
No.
Anything above the...
This is where you have to engage your brain, gentlemen.
It's violent conduct.
Mate, first of all, the touch was negligible. Secondly, the referee has absolutely lost the plot. 11 minutes in or whatever it was, all he has to do is just go say, look, Wayne Yembele, no need to get your handbags out. Calm down. Be aware of what you're doing. Let's crack on. And just play the game. Not only could he have ruined that night for Everton and somehow they managed to get the 3 points, but to be banned for 3 games. And it's not even slapping the opposition. Like Manchester United have benefited from, and 3 other teams now will benefit from. Hang on.
Yeah, but that was
3 games.
Idris Gay. I mean, the thing is that.
Do we play Everton in the next 3 games? I think we might just do.
No, we don't. No, we don't. He comes back at the game that we.
Anyway, let's talk about the red card. That annoyed me no end. Sunday's fixtures are a little bit tastier. Crystal Palace host Manchester United at 12 o'clock on a Sunday. Super. Villa play Wolves in a Midlands derby. Forest will host Brighton. West Ham at home to Liverpool. Could it be 10 defeats in unlucky 13 for Arne Slot? And then Chelsea play Arsenal at 4:30 at Stamford Bridge. What a game that is going to be. Kimo says, I'm with you here, FK. You know it. You know it. Indy Barge is getting himself ready for the hate watches. Have West Ham got something for us on Sunday? Do you know what? At what point do we think Liverpool should maybe start thinking about winning? Because if Slot does go, I get a little bit nervous. Like, I want him to maybe win a couple just to kind of,
The thing is...
Get the faith again and then sort of see it out a little bit long.
I get what you mean. But when you look around the landscape of managers...
Iraola and Glasner.
It's Iraola's probably for Liverpool anyway. It's probably the standout of the two. But my timbers are not shivered.
Timbers are not shivered. All right, Wayne. Who are?
Brave words. Right, let's look ahead to the fixture then. So another London derby, is upon us. Chaps, I've said this before. Just because of what Chelsea did to football and did to Arsene Wenger in particular, has made me sort of hate Chelsea, I think, a little bit more than I hate Spurs. I hate everything to do with this club. They're just a poison on football. They ruined the game. They continue to ruin the game. Their fans are just awful. and the ground is shit, and the football they play is appalling, and it's just I just hate everything to do with Chelsea. Everything. It's a big game on Sunday. And what's your mood going into the game, going into the weekend? I mean, I said a few moments ago, I'm quite confident, chest out. Let's go. Let's get the 3 points, take the dogs out for a walk and come back with it. But they are in good form. Let's start with you, Yem. What's your mood? You optimistic, pessimistic?
No, I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic because I watched that Burnley, the first half against Burnley. Burnley were the better team by a mile. It's just they couldn't finish at all. Chelsea are vulnerable. Their defense is not their first is not their first choice defense. B, I still think there's certain vulnerabilities with them. There's no doubt a good attacking team. Estevao is a quality player. He will be probably one of the best players in the world soon. And he can have individual moments of brilliance. I just think we are a very well-structured, well-organized team. They can score. Look, they've got all the possibilities to score, but equally, we've got the capacity to score as well and to win the game. We saw it against Bayern Munich. We saw it against Tottenham. It is no doubt a fascinating clash. You've got, the elements are there to have a really interesting game. But I just think that this Arsenal team this year, as you both alluded to it earlier, there is something different about us this year. There's an air of not invincibility, but confidence, that we are confident in ourselves that we can go there and do this. The players are in top form. People are talking about, Estevao's the best player in the world. No, Saka is still one of the best. You've still got, Cucurella is amazing. Yeah, that's great. Calafiori's pretty much been pulling up trees. You've got the two, still got one of the best centre backs in the world in William Saliba there. It's now about again. It's another test, isn't it? Because they said, Tottenham will be a test for you. Bayern Munich will be a test for you. It's another test, and I think we'll still come through flying, because even if you get a draw, and I'm not saying we will, I still think that as long as you don't lose these games, that's the big thing. We know that with Mikel Arteta. We will probably set up a little bit more less expressive, I would say. But he wants to figure out how the team is going to play, because again, with Chelsea, it can vary week to week depending on who plays and who's fit. Cole Palmer's apparently fit. Does he play? Maybe, maybe not. So I think Mikel will try and figure it out first and then start to put his stamp on it, like he did with the Bayern game. I thought the Bayern game was a really interesting tactical battle, because in the first half he was figuring out, and Declan said it himself, what are the references? Because these players kept moving around. Once they figured that out, they dominated. And I think that's, again, what's going to happen on the weekend, that we'll take a while to figure it out. But once we do, we can we've got the quality on the pitch and on the bench to make the difference, I think.
Why say something in 100 words when you can say in 1,000? AM. Appreciate that. Wayne, you know what I'm talking about. Beautiful. I love it. I love that. I love the emotion. Quick question for you, Wayne. Would you, as Yem says, would you take a draw on Sunday?
Yeah, I would take one. I don't want it. I want us to go there and absolutely smash them, but I'd take a draw at this point. And I think we're at a stage of the season now where, because of what happened last week with Manchester City losing, with Liverpool losing, and the fact that Chelsea are second now, I don't think anyone realistically thinks that Chelsea are going to challenge. If you think that we are the title contenders right now and we're in the title race, I don't think anyone realistically believes that Chelsea are title challengers at the minute with this squad, with this manager, with this team. They're playing very well, but I don't think anyone thinks that they're there yet. So yeah, I think you absolutely would. You would take a draw, but not as like the priority. We want to go there and make another statement. Come out of this week with a win against Spurs at home, a win against Bayern at home, and then Chelsea away. No one can chat to us at that point. And then it's just on us to potentially mess up further down the line. But yeah, I want us to win. I hope that we do win. But yeah, a draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world.
No, it wouldn't. But I think this is weirdly a really, really important game. Even though we've done everything that we've done over the last few weeks, the first defeat that comes now, and if it's to a big team, I just think the media narrative are going to talk, have Arsenal got the mettle? Have Arsenal got the courage, the bottle to kind of last the pace? Here we go. First, one real tough test away at Stamford Bridge and they've fumbled the bag type thing. I think it's actually really important that we go to Stamford Bridge, we lay it on them, and we get the 3 points and we come back. And you can make an argument for that for every game that comes, every week. But I think there's a bit of spice to this game. I think the fact that Chelsea find themselves higher than Liverpool, higher than City, the fact that they've got so many players, and I think it was Kaveh Salakol who's on the payroll at Chelsea. So sort of came out on Sky Sports and said, Chelsea, their aim this season is top 4 qualification. And he's trying to sort of lay the pressure off Chelsea as if whatever they do is just going to be a cherry on the cake. But I think we've got to go there and win, and I expect us to go there and turn it on and win, which is going to be great. Title number 14. Welcome to the show. Says, good evening. What did I miss? What didn't you miss, man? No. Did that make sense? No. You missed a lot. I don't know. I'm tired, man. You missed a lot. You You need to watch the Snapchat. That's all I'm going to say. Someone just reminded me last time out the bridge. Do you remember this game? 1-1. Do you remember Arteta on the floor right at the death because of that miss? I think it was Calafiori. He played the ball across. Trossard fluffed it. And then Havertz missed it. And Gabby Jesus was at the back post. And it was 94, 95 minutes on the clock. And we could have won 2-1. And, Arteta was on the floor, as you can see. But Stamford Bridge hasn't been, the formidable sort of fortress that Chelsea have had, certainly in years gone by. I think Mikel Arteta has a really good record at Stamford Bridge. And that's why I feel that this is the sort of game that I think we can go there and win. But, there's previous there. Let's look ahead to the lineups and predictions. So courtesy of PremierLeague.com, this was the lineup from the North London derby on Sunday. That was the substitutes bench. I could have brought up the Bayern team, but there we are. Just a couple of bits to kind of go through from Mikel Arteta's press conference that took place today. He was asked about Leandro Trossard, who was obviously replaced in the first half against Bayern Munich. They said that he's got another test later today or earlier today now that I guess the time difference, and we're just going to see how he feels. But he said that there is a potential chance that Trossard will be available on Sunday. Gabriel Jesus played a behind the closed doors friendly on Thursday, and he looked very positive, scored a goal and got an assist, I believe, depending on who you believe on socials. Ethan Nwaneri also played in that game because he needed some minutes. They will look for opportunities for both of those players. Gyökeres and Havertz, we have another day tomorrow, he said, so let's see how everybody is. I don't think they're going to make the team or the squad on Sunday, but that is, hopeful. The fact that he's just said, look, let's take it a day at a time. Great. Gabby Magalhaes is evolving well in his recovery from his injury. You're going to have to wait for another scan just to see precise timings, I guess, and sort of plan a return phase back to him. On facing Chelsea, he described it as being a big game, big London derby. They're in really good form. We know what the challenge is going to be, but we have an opportunity on Sunday. I love that. I love that mindset. He describes it as a big game, big derby, this, that, and the other, but we have an opportunity and we are fully ready. That's what he said. I love that. What a man. And then he was asked about Chelsea's title credentials, and he said, look, we're all there. They're there because they fully deserve everything they've done over the last few years. And, it's way too early to start talking about that. Then, of course, he talked about Declan Rice, which we talked about already. So, chat, Yem and Wayne, what are we doing in terms of, hang on a second. Lots of people are absolutely disgraced by the suggestion of a draw. Rofikov says, no way do I take a draw. I hate that club. Draw is a disgrace. Title over. I mean, come on. Nope, no draw. Keep the momentum going. No let up. Trevor Bibbin saying has to be a win. Leon says if we draw, I feel like we have to go to Villa. Oh, it's a tough game. Villa away. Wow. And we've got Brentford in the week as well, haven't we? Adil says best chance of winning the Premier League is running away with it. I don't think we can take it going all the way. You're right. It's kind of what Liverpool did, didn't they? Last season, they built an insurmountable sort of lead, and by the end of it, we sort of fell away, and they won the league title at a canter. Right, let's talk about team news. So, I'm assuming we're all agreed David Raya is the absolute fix. Kepa's not going to play his former club. Any changes among the back there? This is the team, obviously, from the North London derby. Bayern Munich on Wednesday saw us bring in Christian Mosquera and Miles Lewis-Skelly to start with. What are you thinking, chaps?
I think Nkapia will start. I think Arteta just said he didn't start the midweek because it was his first full game. It was he'd come back from Ecuador. but he didn't put a foot wrong in that game. There's no difference. If it was Mosquera, I'd have no issue. If it's Nketiah, I have no issues. I think Nketiah is that kind of warrior that you want in these kind of derbies. That's a little bit of an edge to him, but he just looks so assured. It was such a great performance against Tottenham. I don't think there's any reason why he wouldn't start.
Interesting. And at left back for you, Calafiori coming in?
Calafiori has to be.
Would you agree with any of that, Wayne? Would you disagree with any of that?
No, I think it'll be that back four.
So Timber, Saliba, Nketiah, and Calafiori. That's not bad, is it? Fuck. In the middle, two. I mean, look, I've been nervous about these two for a long time. I think we just need one more sort of dynamic midfielder. I was listening to the Arsenal Vision podcast today, the Derby Demolition episode, which was fantastic by the way, Elliot. Well done, great episode. But Uncle Clive was talking about his worry. Once if Declan Rice misses a few games, what then happens if Zubimendi goes out? Those are the two that he's a little bit nervous around. I mean, look, you can't drop either of these two for this game. I think if you're going to start rotating, it's got to be Brentford onwards and maybe one or two fixtures over the festive period. But for both of you, Zubi and Rice, middle two?
Yeah.
No doubt. Okay. Saka will surely start on that right-hand side. I guess this is the question. Now that the skipper is back, what do we do with Ødegaard? And if Trossard does have a fitness test, if he's fit, come onto the bench? Or do you play Ødegaard? Do you have Ødegaard on the bench and keep Eza in there? Because Eza has been wonderful.
Honestly, this is the hard one because if Ødegaard is back and is fully fit, you'd have to have Ødegaard in there. He's the heartbeat of the team. He's the captain as well. Eze has played so well. It's an interesting one. If Trossard's not fit, do you push Eze to the left, which we've been talking about, and then bring Ødegaard in? Someone suggested in the chat, and I completely forgot about that. It's an interesting one because Eze, you can't drop Eze. He's had a hat-trick in the game. That pass against Bayern Munich was superb. Again, does Ødegaard give you that? I don't think he does it as regularly as Eze does. I think Eze looks really for that killer pass all the time. I really love that. It's an interesting option because you could also say Madueke could play in the Trossard position. He came on, did nothing wrong.
About Noni, of course.
So I think it might be that Ødegaard comes. My personal opinion, Ødegaard comes back in, Eze moves to the left.
Wayne, how would you feel about that? If Trossard is fit, Madueke is obviously getting, ready for selection as well. Would you force Eza out wide, or would you maybe play an actual wide player in the wide position?
No, I think you keep Martinelli and Madueke both for the bench to make a difference if we need them to be fresh legs. And plus, you have to remember that both of them are just coming back off of injuries themselves. Like Madueke had a good hour against Bayern, and 20 minutes before that, Martinelli had half an hour against Bayern or whatever it was. So if either of those two were going to start, it would probably be Madueke. But I don't think he looks as good on the left-hand side as he does on our right-hand side. If Trossard is fit, I think you just keep it like this, and you play Eze behind Merino, and you play Trossard from the left-hand side. Because, again, much like you said about Eze there, you can't drop Trossard if he's fit. Like the way that he's playing, the way that he's contributing, you just can't drop him. And it's no disrespect to Martin Ødegaard, but he's just come back himself. You have to remember 10 minutes against Bayern in a game that was finished is not the intensity that we're going to see at Stamford Bridge. Like, it's going to be a lot to get him to come back into a starting 11 straight away. If there is a question mark over Trossard, though, I wouldn't be surprised to see Eze from the left. But going based off of the way that Arteta spoke, I think Trossard will be fine. So I think that this will be the same lineup that we see on Sunday.
And the thing is that we don't need to do what we did last year with Martin Ødegaard. We don't need to take the risk with him and play him from the start. It detrimented his whole season. Bring him back slowly. I know he'd probably be chomping at the bit to get on and be the captain, but this team has done well without him. When he comes back, he'll be ready to contribute. That's the difference. I think Brentford might be a good game for him to come back into, because I'm not being disrespectful to Brentford. I think Brentford at home provides an opportunity to rotate a little bit better, to get ready for some more difficult games that are coming. Obviously we've got Villa next week, and that's going to definitely be a test. And if you've got a fit Martin Ødegaard with a couple of good half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever, 60 minutes under his belt, that's a good one. But this intensity that quickly, I love Odegaard, but do you want to just push him that hard again? We did it the first time. We've done it last year. We did it last year. Eze's done phenomenally well. You cannot drop him. And Wayne's right. If Trossard is fit, you can't drop him either. They're just delivering at the moment. Why do you change things that are when people are at their sharpest? That's what I think Mikel should be looking at. They're match sharp, which they all are. Play those who are winning.
Well, we can't play them all, and it's great to finally have options. Forder on Football, welcome to the show, my man. Evening, lads. I hope you've enjoyed the thumbnail magic there. This is a good question from Matthew. Who do we worry about most in the blue shirt? Is it Cole Palmer off the bench? I mean, look, Cole Palmer has been past fit. Enzo Maresca talked about him as being the best player that they've got at the club. He's been out with a broken toe or some sort of stub toe over the last few weeks. Could he just be chucked straight into the deep end and expected to start against Arsenal? Is he their most dangerous player? Yem, just sticking with you first.
When he's on form, yeah, definitely he is there. But he's been out with a toe injury for the last, couple of months? It's been a long time, actually. So I can't envision him starting and being as effective as he could be. It's not ideal. He's also playing with a special boot, isn't he, for his toe injury? So that doesn't suggest he's fully recovered. I think they're managing him. The most dangerous player for me is Esteval. I think, my word, I watched him.
I mean, I know he scored an amazing goal against Barcelona, but already
I think he's
their most dangerous player?
They're most dangerous on the attack. In terms of who their best player is, it's Caicedo. There's no doubt of that. I think Caicedo is phenomenal, has done phenomenally well. But there's this whole stupid thing about comparisons with Rice and Caicedo. They're two different players. Stop being stupid, Sky. But Esteval, for me, I've been watching him for the last couple of weeks, when he started, and he just he's so exciting. He's such a live wire. He does things that are completely different. He's that old hark back to the old Brazilian players, the one who will take on players all the time. And I really love that. He's going to be a phenomenal buy. I think he is their most dangerous player in terms of one that could hurt us. The rest of them, João Pedro has had this knack of doing it to us, but I just think Esteval's got that little something that he could drop a shoulder and turn a defender. I just think he's that kind of player that gives them something different. The rest of them, I'm not as worried. I think it's just Esteval that slightly more worries me than most. I'm not saying that he'll be as dangerous. Calafiori is a phenomenal defender, but he just looks a lot. He's got it, if I call it that.
Interesting. It's a great question, Matthew. Really good question. Wayne, anything that you want to add to that?
I'm worried about Garnacho being offside. That's the main one.
Ten Hag will be on you for that one. Ten Hag will be calling.
I'm terrified of Garnacho being offside. Their most dangerous player is probably Cucurella because he's going to kick the living daylights out of Saka and get away with it, I imagine.
No, he won't. Saka's going to take his dog out for a walk, mate.
No, the one defender he's not taken for a walk yet really is Cucurella.
Yeah, that's true.
Cucurella has
Sunday is
his
the day
number for a while, but no, I mean more so from the dirty aspect. Like he is a dirty player, especially when it comes against Saka, and he tends to get away with it. But no, I think the one that we're kind of maybe overlooking, and again, it completely depends on his fitness, is Reece James. And I think Reece James has been quality for Chelsea this season. Yeah, I think he's been quality for Chelsea.
He plays in that midfield role, doesn't he?
Yeah, he tucks into midfield. I don't expect him to be like their playmaker extraordinaire, but he's been good this season. He's been really good, and he's getting back to sort of his old self. So I think he will play a key part for Chelsea. But I'm not scared of any of them really. I think we're just a better side at the moment.
Lots of people asking about João Pedro. I couldn't find it on the team news. I was just looking at the BBC website. I don't know if he's fit. I don't even know if he's sort of been playing for Chelsea recently. But he seems to be a scorer of goals against Arsenal. But we shall see. Right, let's move away from this and get your predictions. So, how do you think the game's going to go on Sunday? What do you reckon? As I bring up some predictions from the chat, think about that for a second. Title number 14 says 3-0. Presumably these are all to Arsenal. 3-0 to the Arsenal. High as a Kite says 6-0 to the Arsenal. Vivlad's a bit more realistic. 2-1 to the Arsenal. Umair has gone 3-0 to the Arsenal with Saka, Rice, and Noni Madueke. What a story that would be. Melissa says 3-1 to the Arsenal. Manny says 3-2. Not sure my ticket could take that. Mohammed says 3-0. That's more like it. Adil 2-1. Gordurian says 3-0 to the Arsenal. Dubfella says 2-0. Malcolm 3-1. Yen, what are you going for?
I'm going for a 2-1 to Arsenal. I'm going to stick with my predictions that I made on our podcast. And I think Chelsea will score. I just think that there's always that they always have that knack of scoring, and I just think we still have the capacity. Even if they go ahead, I still think we've got enough to come back at them. Just incidentally, I had a look at the Premier League website. There is no mention of a João Pedro injury. It's got Levi Colwill, Dario Sergio, Cole Palmer, Mihailo Mudryk, obviously, and Romeo Lavia. Those are the only injuries.
Cheers, Jeff. Wayne, what do you think the score is going to be on Sunday?
I think we win 2-1 as well. I think that it will be. I think it will be an entertaining game. I do really think it'll be an entertaining game because I think they'll come at us, and I think that they're defensively not great. So I think we'll have a little bit more space than we've had in recent games in the Premier League. That they're not going to rock up and do what Spurs done at the Emirates. So yeah, I think it'll be an open game, and I think we'll beat them 2-1.
Forward on Football says 3-1. We're putting their title challenge talk to bed and dog walking the league. Jag says 2-2. Sorry, FKs. Apologise to me for bringing down the mood, but no, don't worry, man. DJ D10 says once again 4-0. I think they are susceptible at the back, and I think we're unbelievable at the back. I reckon it's going to be 2-0 to Arsenal. Get a clean sheet.
Ooh, clean sheet.
Yeah. Clean sheet.
It's been a while.
It's true. It's been a while. What happened to those records?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go there and win. We're going to go there.
Shots on target, goals being scored against us. What is these standards now?
No, that's what's going to happen. We're going to win. We're going to be comfortable. Right. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. I think the game is probably one step too far. What do you guys think?
Oh, which one?
So the game was going to be, you've got the 25-26 squad, and you've got the Invincibles squad from 2003-04. The game was going to be pick your 11s. You get one player each from either era, and then the chat decides which team is strongest and would win a game of football.
We're doing this again, aren't we?
Yeah, mate, just to mess with your minds. I don't know. There's hundreds of people watching still live on YouTube. It is late on a Friday night. I mean, it could take about 10 minutes. Should we give it a go?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, come on then. Chat, what do you think? Should we do this? It's so basically, because of all the talk around the Invincibles and, all right, is this the best Arsenal team since that sort of year? What I'm going to do, Indy Barge is in the mood. Do it. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to, let me just stop sharing this screen and let me bring in, where is it? Here we go. Here's one I prepared earlier. There is the pitch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask Yembele and Wayne to each call out a player each. Should we do position by position, or should we just do any? No, let's do any order.
Yeah,
I really want to play. I really want to play with your minds. So basically, you can just pick players in any order. So I don't know if you both might want to get the Invincibles squad up on screen, and you might want to get this current season squad up on screen. And how do we decide who goes first? I mean, who wants to
I went first. Gentleman? I went first last time, so Yem.
So you're going first this time as well, yeah?
No, Yem can go.
All right, Yembele is going to go first. So Yem, now forget shirt numbers. We're just going to go 1 through to 11, but you just have to tell me who you're picking, what position you're putting them in, and then give me the shirt number, and I'll put it in straight into
any position, and go
any position, any order, but one player, one player. That's it.
You got to go with the number 14.
I knew he'd go with the number 14.
Come on,
right.
man. What are you doing?
Do this. What color are you? Red or blue?
Red, mate. Come on.
All right. Let's do this. So number 14. Henri. Yembele's gone strong. Wayne, what are you doing?
I'm taking my captain, Patrick Vieira.
Ooh, Thierry every time, says Donald. I love that. I didn't think you'd go with Vieira so early doors, but let's put that in there. Should we just go with his shirt number? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Whoops. Vieira. Brilliant. Yembele, what you got? It's so hard.
It's so hard. I'm going to have to go with my left winger, Robert Pires.
Ooh, I'm surprised you didn't go with Dennis just for the combination.
No, because I was thinking about it. But the combination between Pires and Henri.
This is actually a really tough game. This is a really, really tough game. I know Donald's just shouting, Bergkamp, Yen.
I know, I was thinking about
Jenkinson. Do not forget Carl Jenkinson. Lots of shouts for lots of other players. Freddie as well on the right-hand side. Good choice, says title number 14. Pires, my guy, says Mike Blake. Right, Wayne, what you got for us? Who's your next pick?
I'm taking Dennis.
he's taking Dennis. He's taking that. I'm assuming he's going to be your number 10. We'll fiddle around with positions in just a second, obviously. Yembele, what you got for us?
Big man, Sol Campbell, top of the
Oh, Solskjaer Campbell. Here we go. Look at this, left or right?
Oh, he's on the left, isn't he? He was just top quality on the left, wasn't he?
He was 23, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is top. Go on. What's interesting? All 5 of those are invincibles.
You can't argue with
Yes, you can.
You can't.
I'm amazed. Wayne, you've got the opportunity to just basically start up shop and go for the best midfield of all time.
I'm going 6 for 6, Ashley Cole.
I'm surprised, mate. I'm so surprised. Yem, I wish I was playing this game. Right, here we go. Cole. Wow, all invincible so far. This is incredible. Ashley Cole. Lots of claps as well. Yembele is aura farming at this point. Jack, this is the obvious one. Oh my god!
Right. No, and it's coming. Declan Rice. My one is Declan Rice into the midfield.
Oh, okay. So where are you having him here?
Yeah, the 8.
The shirt numbers are going to be weird, but it is what it is. Wayne, you got some catching up to do. Who's he going to be?
Good. Taking Bukayo Saka on the right one.
Starboy himself. It's going to look funny putting it in blue. Oh, Saka up against Pires. Oh my goodness, this is sensational. Let's have a look. Danny's just shouting out Ashley Cole. Someone pick Marino, says title number 14. Saka finally picked. Oh, mate, Gilberto. Right, Yembele, who you got?
This is a really hard one because there's someone I want to pick, but I can't. I'm going to pick Gilberto for my midfield partner for Declan Rice.
Gilberto and Rice.
Can you imagine defensive screening from Gilberto Rice going forward? It's
call him Gilberto. Wayne.
I am going to take Jurriën Timber at right back.
Oh, solid, mate. Solid. That Timber Saka partnership. Unbreakable, unbeatable, invincible. Yembele, what you got?
This is very hard.
I love your.
I'm gonna go with William Saliba as the partner for Sol Campbell.
Interesting. That's a pretty good partnership. Not gonna lie. Wayne.
I am going to go with Jose Antonio Reyes as my left wing.
I thought he was going to be my right winger. Jose, rest in peace.
Great player. I'm surprised by that, though, to be fair. I think there are better players in more important positions. But anyway. You can't have RVP, can you? Because he obviously wasn't invincible.
He was transferred, didn't he? But he's transferred.
He was there. I don't think he played in that season.
No, but I think he did actually. Hold on, I've got the stats here. Hold on, how many games?
Yeah, but RVP of the Invincibles wasn't as good as RVP in 20.
Yeah, well, he's still RVP, isn't it? It's RVP. Yeah. RVP counts in the squad, isn't it? RVP. Give me RVP in that squad now.
Well, really? Okay. Yeah. So where are you playing him? You got two left.
Just off Henri.
Off as in what? Ahead of him, hit this side?
Slightly, yeah, there, that's it. That you had it just now. Just
here.
Off. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. What shirt number was Van Persie? Was he 9?
11, wasn't he?
11.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about Van Persie. You could have had Bergkamp, Yem. Mike says he's disgusted. I think.
No, but that's the bias coming. But he was top. Can you imagine the goals?
Yep, Melissa. The RVP of 2004 was not good. Shame, says Ram. Yeah, you're getting killed.
Yeah, exactly. You're picking the RVP that didn't play.
Yeah, I'm picking the RVP, the player.
Terrible. That's it. Yeah. End the stream, Dave. End the stream. What you got for us, Wayne?
I'm going Victor Gyökeres up front.
Matt, I'm genuinely surprised by a lot of these selections. Wow. Interesting. So what, Bergkamp, it would be the other way around, wouldn't it? Or
well, Bergkamp will be wherever he wants to be.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Mele, what you got?
Freddie Ljungberg as my right winger.
He was A, wasn't he? Yeah. These are not the teams that I thought would be. Hang on, like, can we just? Yeah, I know, Sursk.
No, but
Oh, Colo. Whose go is it?
It's mine.
Wayne, what you got?
I mean, yeah, Fabregas was going to be my next pick alongside Vieira.
Okay.
He was 15, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or was he like 40 something?
Yeah. He's 57, 15, then 4. Yembele?
Lauren at right back.
Oh, this is a great idea, Danny. Every Arsenal player of all time. Well, maybe not all, maybe the Emirates era. How about that? That could be quite cool. Sorry, who did you go for, Yem?
Lauren, right back.
Oh, difficult to disagree. Was he number 12 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a fucking phenomenal back 3 of 4. Sensational. Wayne, what you got?
Gabriel.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I was like, why is no one picking him? Yeah, you had the opportunity to go through at the back. Saliba, Gabriel, and Campbell.
Know,
mate, no one would have. No, just nothing.
It's 4-4-2. It's 4-4.
No, it ain't, mate. You could have been different. You could have gone. You could have done a Thomas Frank, mate, 3 at the back. Wayne, sorry, Yem, your turn.
I am going to go. Oh, this is a hard one.
This is it, basically. This is your last outfield player or goalkeeper.
I'm going to take David Raya as my goalkeeper.
Ooh, let's do him in yellow. Wayne, you have right centre back.
I have Lehman.
You have crazy ends. Put it in green.
Lehman.
And that leaves one last player each. But before you do that, let me just go to the chat. What's going on? Now, Bakary Sagna, he wasn't an invincible.
He wasn't invincible.
He was not an invincible. Big Gabby, Mike shouts. Wayne, yeah, defense. We don't need no stinking defense. We just play with 10 men. Melissa's very happy you've gone with Gabby. Do you know what? When I put this jacket on tonight, the first player that comes to mind is Nacho Monreal, but of course he wasn't invincible either. Yeah, Ljungberg, he is there. He is there, DJ D10. Right, so last outfield player. I think it's Yembele's turn. Who are you going to go at left back?
As a left back, it's hard, isn't it? I'm going to go with Calafiori. I just think he's like Calafiori.
Calafiori? Okay.
Yeah.
What is he, 33?
33.
Ricardo. Interesting. Wayne, right centre back.
Colo Torre.
Okay. Can't knock that. What number was Toure? 28?
28, yeah.
So there you have it, ladies and gents, boys and girls. They are the 2 lineups. As you can see, Yembele has gone for Raya.
Oh, someone's called it right. Kanu. I forgot about Kanu.
Campbell, Calafiori. Pires on the left, Rice and Gilberto in the middle with Freddie Ljungberg on the right, Thierry Henry and Robin Van Persie up top. Van Persie was not an invincible, says Hamid Khan, but I think he was in the squad. No Sylvain Wiltord.
Nah, Sylvain Wiltord was...
Whoa. Yeah. Do not disrespect Sylvain Wiltord. And Wayne's team, he's gone for Jens Lehmann with Jurien Timber at right back, Colo Toure, Gabriel, and Ashley Cole. I mean, what a left side that is. I'm not happy with the positioning here. Let's just tighten this up a little bit. Fabregas slightly ahead of Vieira, I would take it. Yeah, Wayne?
Yeah.
This has got to be the other way around, surely.
That's fine.
Yeah, look at that. Look at these 2 teams. Fabregas and Vieira in the middle with Saka, Gyökeres, Bergkamp, and Reyes on the left-hand side. No one went for Martin Keown. No one went for Edu. In fact, let me set up a poll on the video. I don't want to. Let's do that. What players have we missed out from the Invincible squad, Jem? Quickly.
Well, you missed classics. Johan Giroud, classic.
Pascal Segan.
Exactly.
It's got to be more, surely.
Philip Senderos, what a player.
The Invincible squad.
Gal Clichy played actually.
Gal
Clichy played a load of games.
Yeah, Gal Clichy is probably the main one, but The Invincible squad wasn't massive.
No, it was pretty fixed, wasn't it?
Ray Parler was a big one.
Ray Parler.
Jeremy Aliadier. I can't take Jeremy Aliadier seriously because of our friend Ali.
And also, when you hear Jeremy Aliadier talk, it's like, "Oh, what? How's it going?" You know, with a little French accent.
Ray Parler.
Yeah, he's him and Gal Clichy were probably
that is a great shout.
David Bentley is technically in the squad. I wouldn't. Nah.
Right, so come on. Chat, let me know. Van Bronckhorst, was he invincible?
No.
From our current team.
Oh, no, he was. He's in the squad.
Was he?
Yes.
Was he?
Either way, he's in Fabregas or Vieira. And
he got injured. No, do you remember when he joined, he had that massive leg break and he was out for a season. He's in the squad.
Wow.
No one went Erdegaard.
Pascal Segan.
Wow.
Pavloridis.
Mate, even just from this current squad. Actually, to be fair, I think, look, I loved Kolo Touré, but there's probably a better defender than Kolo Touré.
Do you know what? Quincy Abusuabeyi. What a player. What a player.
I wouldn't have
player in a different way.
Anthony's saying Van Persie joined a year after Invincibles. I love this. Look at this. Leon says Yembele must be on Windows 98. It would not surprise me. So he wasn't even in the squad. I didn't think Van Persie
he was in the squad.
Was he? Genuinely?
Yeah.
I don't think he did. And I don't think he did. At least Fabregas was around. he was there.
Okay,
he was
right, look. So the poll's been going for some time. Before I reveal the answers of that poll, who do I think would win this game? Let's have a look. Oh my God. It's so difficult. I think it's got to be Yem's team, hasn't it, really? I think he's got the better goalkeeper. Just
as Robin Van Persie, that wasn't even signed. He's got 10 men. He's playing with 10 men.
Van Persie could not be on that pitch.
Henry is 2 men in himself. That's the difference.
Yeah. I just think defensively, he is so solid.
Yem's team gets disqualified for an ineligible player. That's what. He's lost 3-0.
I mean, Rice and Gilberto in front of that back four and the goalkeeper. And then you've got Pires. Ljungberg's probably the weakest.
Ljungberg, the weakest.
I know. But someone's got to be.
Thierry Henry will just win that game. Thierry just needs to turn up and he wins that game straight away.
That I think Yembele nicks it. I think Yembele nicks it.
Henry.
Yeah, Vivlas says Yemeri's Reds are too good. Yeah, can someone please just tell me if Van Persie was part of this squad or not?
All right, if you want to swap Van Persie,
what do you mean if you want to swap Van Persie?
Right.
You don't just get to swap Van Persie. The game is done. That's not how it works.
Right. So Yembele made a mistake.
Kanu.
How is that my fault?
Kanu, what number was Kanu? 25.
How is it my fault that Yem made a mistake? And he said it so confidently. He's played with 10 men.
How are you not putting Havertz in this team or even
Kanu?
Kanu was good, but Kai Havertz is a top player.
Nah, mate. Kanu could do, mate. Kanu and
you know what? I would have just had Henry on his own, mate, and I would have gone Erdegaard. Oh my God, Erdegaard ahead of Rice and Gilberto.
This is injustice. How have you given him a player? You've just gifted him a player when he's made a mistake. That's not my fault.
Christoph says Wayne with the righteous indignation.
Listen,
RVP must.
I'll be writing a strongly worded email to someone's manager.
Adil says swap Van Persie for Jesus for the Yoga Benito. Okay, now I'm happy, says Mike Blake. The red team wins. Yeah, I think the red team take it quite comfortably, actually.
By cheating.
It's
Chelsea. Change them to blue. It's the Chelsea. It's the Chelsea of Arsenal squad.
Indignation knows no bounds, does it, from Wayne?
I think the weak link in Wayne's defence is Touré. I think the weak
Touré was better than Campbell that season.
Nah, come on. Have some respect on Big Sol.
Touré, in our Invincible season, Touré was phenomenal.
No, he was, but Sol was the man.
Campbell and Saliba. It's like the perfect mix, isn't it?
No one went Eza.
No, not yet.
Nah.
Not yet.
What do you mean, what do you mean, no,
maybe.
a £70 million player. Wow, this is do you know? It's always unmatched. Honestly, I don't know what.
The thing is that
Curler
at the moment,
Dure
do you
you're
know
talking
what?
about.
If we be very honest, if the team win a trophy this year, the big one, the Premier League or the Champions League, some of those players will start entering this conversation because we're deliberately psychologically associating them with greatness, effectively, that they've done something that no other
Right, I've
team
ended the
has
poll,
done.
yeah. I've ended the poll. Dizzy Rascal says FK is right. The Reds need Erdegaard for Kanu.
Are you going to let him
Honestly,
just swap again? Is he
Yeah,
just
put
going to be
Odegaard
allowed to
in.
swap again?
I think I will actually. Yeah, why not? With that sort of attitude around here.
Yeah, exactly.
Wayne, watch yourself.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going, no, I'm not playing next time.
Look
End
at
of stream
it.
now, Dave.
Look
End of
at
stream
this
now.
team. Mate,
It's almost expressions levels.
You know
I'm
what this
fuming.
makes me-
I'm
do you know what
fuming.
You know what this makes me feel like doing? I feel like playing Football Manager with you guys online.
I'm already playing Football Manager.
this is
I got
so
my
good.
game
Look
to
at
find. I'm
this.
gonna
Oh, did you cheat in that as well, yeah? Just save it every time before you play.
totally.
To be fair, yeah, he used to. And that used to really irritate us. What else is there? Keown? No one's got Mikel Marino.
Yeah, no.
Was Ian Wright part of the Invincibles?
No.
Well, there you
Jerome
go.
Thomas was.
Oh, by the way, the poll has ended and the results are in, and the results are. Where are they? Bloody hell, the chat's so active. I've lost the poll. Brilliant.
He's rigging that as well. He's gonna lie. He's making
zeros. I want to say it was. Oh, here we go. 68% of our live audience today, and there are hundreds of people still watching, have gone for Unai Emery's Reds. Eddie Howane's Blues defeated.
Oh, which version of Yem's Reds? Which version did they go for?
People are just doing it for the indignation of Wayne.
Which
Justice for Wayne, says Melissa.
Justice for Wayne. There's no VAR here, mate. No VAR here.
Wayne is getting snaked.
Was it option A, B, or C? Was it the Erdegaard version, the Kanu version?
PGMOL doing way dirty here.
Thank you, guys.
I'm
glad
that.
You can see.
The FKMOL. There you go. Well, that was a lot of fun. Took a little bit longer than I thought. Yeah, let's not go into tactics.
Wayne's indignation took 5 minutes. That's Wayne's indignation rant. Took 5 minutes.
Not the teams, not the players that I would have picked in that sort of order.
Oh, who'd you pick then? Who'd you pick? Go on.
Well, I mean, the players that I would have picked are probably on pitch, but I probably would have gone. I was surprised that Reyes was picked out the hat so early. I was surprised that Rice wasn't picked out of the hat really early. I was surprised Bergkamp was picked out of the hat really early, and especially because he wasn't playing alongside Henry. Saka was good enough. Perez was good enough. I hadn't even thought about Ashley Cole, and then one of you guys obviously picked Ashley, and I was like, yeah, of course, obviously. Gabriel was left quite late. I think, you probably could have gone Gabriel left centre back, Sol Campbell in the middle, William Saliba right centre back, and then just played 3-5-2. And that midfield, you could have had Cesc, Gilberto, Rice, Erdegaard.
Can I ask a question of each?
He could have had Liam Brady, Ian Wright. He could have had Rocky Rocastle.
Indignations. If we'd all had the first choice pick, would we have all chosen Henry as our first choice?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you would have. Don't lie.
Yeah. No. Because for me, Vieira, right? But
no,
I think
you would have chosen Henry first. Don't be silly.
No. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, you don't lie to yourself. Henry's two players.
What I would say, it would have been Vieira, but we have Declan Rice. So actually, if it wouldn't have been Vieira, I would have been very happy with
Henry
Rice.
is worth two players.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone else who comes close to Henry. So it absolutely would have been Thierry Henry. Yeah, Yem has Cliff Baston on the bench.
Totally.
Right, I think we're gonna leave it there. What a fun show that was, eh? What a fun show. I will tweet a picture of those two lineups and let's see what the Twitter.
And Wayne will put his indignation email into the post shortly.
Do you want to give them the full lineups with all 15?
Oh my God, no Super Mendy.
Over who though?
No, not yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Gilberto.
No way!
Mad?
Stop that.
Super Mendy with Declan
Rice. Not yet.
No.
Okay.
There's being disrespectful to Gilberto.
Yeah, the wall, Gilberto. That was really good fun. I think next week we will do the Emirates era. All right. Emirates era 11s. So start thinking of your favorite players this week. Mesut Ozil's, Alexis Sanchez is it's going to be Van Persie at his peak. That will be some game.
Wayne will have his indignation that he won't have RVP in this because he can't.
Hey, mate, you'll be going for 3-3, mate. Two wins in a row now.
I won the first. No, I won the first one.
Oh, FKMOL. Hang on. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, mate, this has gone perfect.
He's gone. Right. If anybody wants to follow Wayne, he's available at Wayne's World 20_. If anybody wants to follow Verge59, he is obviously available there as well. Melissa saying great fun, disgruntled, but he's gone. He's not even in the background. He's done for the night. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you so much. Big weekend coming up. I'm gonna try and get a Chelsea fan tomorrow online for a preview show. If we don't, we'll just maybe do something at some point, or we'll just wait until Sunday to do the match reaction. I'm going to Stamford Bridge, so I'm going to be back a little bit later than normal. But we'll do a match reaction at some point to reflect on the weekend. Thank you so much for all of your kind comments. Thank you to everyone on Patreon, everyone on channel memberships, and to everybody listening on Apple and Spotify. Do leave a rating and a like and a subscribe and all that sort of jazz. And we shall be back at some point soon. I know Wayne's he's actually genuinely gone. He's not in the background. He is not loitering. I'm sure the WhatsApp is going to ping.
He's writing his email right now to you.
He is. He's complaining. And pick up the Snack Check crew. I might tweet Bukayo Saka. If I do that, get involved. Drop a like and get him to respond.
To do an advert with you. An advert with you when you're both eating it.
Maybe. Right, look after yourselves. Take care. Been a long one. Enjoy the weekend and take care of yourselves. We'll be back soon. Bye for now.